Bit of a shock. After we left you on the last video, I pulled over at the bottom of Stoke Breuwen locks, and the weather started to get worse and worse and worse, and it rained and rained and it didn't stop right the way through the night and everything else. We moored up okay. If we want to unmoor, we've become a river. In fact, it is receding a little bit, but that's and over there in the field, look, that was a field yesterday, and now it's a lake. The water's going down there at quite a rate, so we're not going anywhere. I don't know. The ropes are a bit taut. They haven't been to lessons. Wow, we did have some rain. It was my fender. I'm banging against the side, look. Oh my goodness me. There's people looking at the side of their boat, and it's about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Not quite sure what to do with themselves, as us really. We're going nowhere, that's for sure. I'm just going to monitor the situation. There's overflow runoffs that obviously take it into that field over there. Further on down, my goodness. Well, there you are. Bit of a shock, wasn't it, dear? Yeah, don't know. Well, I can tell you it was a bit of shock, but that's a fair old current coming down through there. I don't really fancy even trying okie in that. Having done the Trent, or a bit of the Trent. Sorry about my finger in the shot. But the fields around us, obviously these overflows that are further on down, they must be filling this area up quite quickly. Yeah, I thought it was in a safe mode of transport with that matter, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you again in an hour time, but there's a little twig going by and you can see the rate of knots that's going down. So, no. Sue reckons it's receding because she couldn't see grass earlier on.
See that much grass.
Now she can see
I
grass.
thought myself, my boots would not stand going out there, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I don't think you're going to get on that towpath very quick.
I'm not going to do it.
If it had gone any higher, we would have floated onto the top of the towpath.
Yeah, definitely.
That might have been a problem.
Yeah, well, as it goes down, I'll make sure the fenders are between it. But at the moment, they're not. They're above it. If you look at that. Fenders are above the...
Yeah, the fenders have actually come out of the water, apart that one that's bobbling around a bit. This one here, look, actually out of the water. That rope is taut. I don't really let it loose, I don't think. Seeing as it stopped raining, it's not given, well, haven't given any rain today. There might be a bit of drizzle, but no real rain, so this will recede, one assumes. Right, well, we'll see what it looks like in a while, because we'd like to make some progress today. Going through those locks will be a bit interesting, I would think. Got my finger again, sorry about that. Cool. I'll zoom in perhaps, that might be. See that water coming down? Oh, I told you I haven't really got used to this phone yet. There we go. There's something coming down. Well, there you go. Goodness gracious me. The hell's that? Bucket? No, it's a piece of somebody's logs. I'll give you an idea of how fast it's going. He was moored in front of us and he's decided to go forward up there. Sue said we should do things. I said no, we shouldn't. We should sit still and let it flow by. There's nothing wrong here at the moment. I suspect that they've opened up all the I'll say that again. I suspect they've opened up all the locks to stop Stoke Breuwen flooding. Just back to behind us, there's an overflow system. It's quite comprehensive, and that's obviously flowing into that river. Into that field over there. Now, obviously, if that field comes to the same level as this, I don't know where he's going to moor. I don't know where that guy's going to moor. Sorry, I keep swapping it. More than an hour later, and the water has gone up or whatever. I can barely see my hook now, or my eye, I should say. Mooring ring. Not quite sure. I don't know. A bit of toast. What to do here? We're not listing as bad as we have done, but we definitely risen a bit. Where the grass you could see before, and you still see the grass, but you could see the tops of it. Now it's few and far between. Well, here we are again. This is, I don't know what time it is now.
10 to 10.
10 to 10. I've actually walked up to that other boat, a pair of salopets that are waterproof. Both of the opinion. Now it's actually breaching this here and going into the lake, newly formed lake over there. It's possibly not going to get any higher unless that lake fills up. In which case, we really will have to decide what to do. The Canal and River Trust are coming down up. Right, well, I'm going to go off air while Well, what's happened here is that the Golden Eagle boat came undone. It all happened sort of in real time. It drifted right across the cut. I got hold of the Canal and River Trust. But she's making an attempt there to try and pull it from the centre line or from anywhere. She'll never do it. That current's far too strong. And I don't know how they're going to get that off. Yeah, they got a better chance trying to platform than do that. She's trying to pull the boat. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, the CRT have been informed about that.
I don't know if they're going to get you.
No, I don't know what they're going to do about it, but I've done my bit. It's quite scary, really. I just I don't know what I can do to help them, but they can at least abandon the ship by jumping onto the towpath. Worst case scenario, the boat is listing a bit, but it's the debris that was coming down earlier on. Fortunately, it doesn't look like there's very much coming down. If all those logs and things have bashed into it, I'm not quite sure what would happen. I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're snookered. The force of that water is incredible. You're never going to move it. Oh, I've got my finger again. No extra expense. I really don't know what's going to happen here. He's going to undo that one. Oh my god. They're all moving. I think people are calling people dickheads. Oh god. Oh my god, look at that one go right round. Crunching on the bottom there. He's right aground, that guy. Okay, Golden Eagle's sort of free if he can get off that shelf there. Well, that was an unorthodox way of doing it, but they seem to be in a better position than what they were, except obviously Golden Eagle. Yeah, they're both the wrong way round. He's going to have to go back down and find a turning circle or something. I could hear the words that were being said. That was quite funny. The guy in Perfect was not a happy chappy, and this little CRT guy, he's just shouting his head off. Let's see if we can zoom into this a bit. He's well and truthfully stuck again. This guy's a bullet a gate. This guy is like a bullet a gate.
Yeah.
See exactly what he's doing, trying to free him up, I think. This lot here, oh, they're stuck fast in there. Zoom out there. I'll get the hang of the zoom in a minute if I keep doing this. But they're still stuffed in there, they can't do much. Well, that's all they can do is just not in a good angle. That is not a good angle at all. Well, the trouble is, he's pulling against the current. He does start to move it, but as short as he is, he's got a lot of power to weight ratio to him, but it needs more than that. These guys are sort of giving up, really. They're sort of facing down the river, which is fine. So was Perfect now, but he was going the same way as us. Oh my goodness me, what a mess.
Well, where we live, we got all this good.
No, you'd be jammed up amongst all of them. Well, they got it moving a bit, and then all panic set loose, and they're pulling and shoving, and this is about an hour after the last video. So, it looks like they've got free. I don't expect to be thanking Canal and River Trust very much, though. I'll tell you what, the CRT bloke's pretty strong. He's pulled that boat against his current. Not CRT. Well, what's happened now is that they were trying to throw a rope across the canal, and unfortunately the guy or girl the other side there, she lost the balance and fell in. A little bit concerned. We're all holding our breath here, as we don't know, we can't see her at all. She swam to the front of the boat, but they were all shouting down there to go to the back of the boat. They're still shouting at her now, so she's still in the water. I call it a she, I'm not sure it's a he or a she.
It was a woman that was in the water.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yeah, she's there. Goodness for that. No.
Clothes off and it's released.
Good grief. Take your clothes off and have a cup of tea. That's my good night video. I'm quite silly, clearly see the mooring ring. Current is still going by at a rate of knots there though, and it's getting dimpsy. Another popular tree. I like their popular trees around here. They're very popular. The lake's beginning to look like a field again. And the grass is poking up through the towpath. So it's all good. And the weather's still clear. Hopefully it'll stay that way for another 12 hours. And if it does, cracked it, I reckon. Much to Sue's delight, we'll be moving off this area.
No, I'm not going to hold my breath.
No. You might be holding it for another 12 hours. Just had a lovely meal, we've got plenty of provisions. Diesel filled up just before all this lot happened. It was a bit lucky really, wasn't it? We've got enough coal on board for a nice warm fire. Did them with a few more logs, but RCR said they can bring me anything, but I'm not intending to ring them up for logs. Not unless it starts to freeze over. But there we go, we'll do ourselves up for the night. Thank you for watching our very interesting day. People falling into the canal, boats flying everywhere, and us wondering if we could stay in the position all day long. Oh dear. Coming out of here is like giving birth, as my wife said. Oh. Oh. So there we go. Nice warm fire, toasty. Sit beside the fire and tell you a story. Good night. See you tomorrow.